What an amazing evening. Kelly's already acknowledged what a special evening this is. And so I have to start with thank you, Tom. Thank you for making this a special evening, just not by just sort of creating a really, truly an atmosphere of blessing, I'll use that in context, but by embracing the training program leadership role, certainly at this junction in your career and life, and doing it in a way that sort of helps us know what it really means to be a great program director, and a great doctor, and a great person. So thank you so much. I have to acknowledge John Wilson. John, actually, if from the training program perspective, all of you know that we sort of transitioned right in this point where Kwame and Clay both sort of started under John's shepherding. John, as the program director, was responsible for the curriculum and for a lot of the process of getting people along and doing that sort of challenging task of sort of getting the whip out when it needed to come out, and getting the carrot out, and saying, this is what you're about, and this is what you got to do, and all of us have sort of been in the role of the coaching or mentoring, but the program director has to really take on the mantle of that in a more formal way, and John and Tom both have made my job as the administrative leader of the department much easier, because I get to focus on other things, but get to take credit for a lot of the good things that you guys do. So, John, thank you so much for what you meant to our program and these fine young men. So, thank you. The unsung hero, in this case heroine, is we just probably don't give you enough credit. I was trying to think about how many years ago I actually engaged Margaret Herring to be the director of our Think First program here in our community. Think First is a children's injury prevention program, and I'd become involved in this and needed somebody to come work part-time to go to the schools and sort of administer this program. And Margaret signed on for the task. And after a few years, that particular program had sort of run its course, and I convinced her to stay with us as our administrator of our residency training program. The rules, the bureaucratic, the regulations for residency training had just blossoming, and Margaret accepted. And for all of you here in this room, and for all of us in the room, Margaret is the Mother Superior of residency training at Wake Forest, and has been for as long as many of us can remember, except for maybe Dr. Kelly, and yet even I would dare say that he probably even sort of, when you think of Margaret Herring, you think of program coordinator at Wake Forest. What a great blessing you've been to us and to these kids, to our kids, as they've grown up, and to neurosurgeons. And I don't know how we thank you, but we do, and we acknowledge you, and we want to take this time to recognize you. Thank you. So now we come to the end. It's a long night, but a great night. But when we come to the end, we come to the beginning. It's a wonderful thing of life, isn't it? Come to the end of Kwame and Clay's chief year. And that means, John, you and Raj, it's the beginning of your chief year. And with all the excitement and apprehension and anticipation that goes along with that. It was 25, 26, 27 years ago when I was sort of, we had a sort of thing, you know, but all of a sudden Dan Foltz is finished and I'm starting, and oh my goodness, I'm chief tomorrow. It's a little frightening. But it's good. It's part of life. And so the end is the beginning, and we know you guys are going to do a great job. These guys have set a great bar. The program has a great tradition, and we're looking forward to a great year and great things from you guys. So congratulations for making it, and we'll look forward to having a celebration like this for you guys next year. Kwame and Clay, you know, we come to the end of a training. You know, you've been sort of thriving in this environment that's sort of, you know, stimulating. We're pushing you, but we're also protecting you. You know, we're teaching you. You're taking care of our patients. You're doing things our way, and you're learning, but you know, again, you're in the fold, and then that's over. And now you begin. You enter our profession as a neurosurgeon, and now they're your patients, and they expect you to make good decisions in the clinic or in the hospital, in the operating room. And they expect you to take care of them and deliver them from some terrible disease or trauma. So do we. You know, we've had high expectations for you all through this period of training, and we do in the future as well. And you've met a lot of our expectations, but that's actually not what I'm looking for. I'm actually looking for you to be better. The greatest gift you can give any of us here that have committed a lot of our life to teaching you is to be better doctors, better people, better teachers than we have tried to be. You've seen our warts, and you've seen our things that we do well. You've seen us when we're feeling good about life, and you've seen us when we're ready to rip a new one. And we've done it because we want you to be everything you can be, and I want you to be better than I ever sort of dreamed to be. And I think I would echo, I believe all of my colleagues here would echo that the greatest gift you could give us would be to always strive to be better. Training's ended, yeah. You're a neurosurgeon, but your lifelong learning and your striving is just beginning. We're in this. Your transition is also kind of coincides with a unique time in healthcare. You know, we're seeing the end of the practice of medicine as many of us knew it and grew up, where the doctor made a decision and did it his way or her way and took what they'd learned and sort of applied it to that and whatever, and it's sort of evolving to the process of, you know, efficient, affordable, you know, standardized healthcare delivery, of which you are a critical resource. Speak. And yet, no matter how that evolves or continues to evolve, your patient will always look at you as their neurosurgeon. Okay, how the system changes, you will be their doctor. You'll be their neurosurgeon, and they'll look to you, not the system, to guard them, to give them something of value, to deliver them from the problem that they're in. Never forget that. I'm not sure we've been as good mentors of that as we could have been, should have been, and this is an opportunity for all of us to sort of recommit ourselves to that concept of, you know, I'm your neurosurgeon. I'm here for you. And so you go away from here with that. Both of you have a great faith, and faith base is good for you, and you both expressed it tonight. So I think it's really only appropriate to conclude our evening with this benediction or blessing. May the Lord and Master of the universe bless you and keep you. May He make His face to shine upon you and your patients, those you take care of, and your family. And may be He gracious unto you, as He has been to me. Thanks to everybody for a wonderful evening, for a wonderful department, for a wonderful family. And we trust that we'll look forward to many more meetings like this. Thank you and good night.